So, I didn't get the job. I found out about 3 or 4 hours ago in the middle of my workday, and I was not expecting to find out this early. They told us we'd hear back on Friday, but talent acquisition here at this company works way faster than I thought they would. Um, I found out that over 50 different people applied for the job, and what I had originally thought was a team of people they were hiring turned out just to be one person. I'm not a math guy, but I think that gives me a 2% chance of getting it, and I don't feel so bad. Um, a lot of the other people that applied, I'm sure, have been with the company longer than I've been with them. They've probably had a lot more experience and relevant experience doing that. Um, and they've probably had a few more years under their belt. They're not a recent graduate like I am. But even though I can rationalize why I didn't get the job, it doesn't make it suck any less. I had a lot of things planned for when I got it. I was gonna buy a watch, which sounds silly, but I'm over the smartwatch phase now, and I wanted something nice. And I could still buy the watch. It's not expensive or anything. It was just the connotation of getting your first, you know, cool job at the company you work for. It was a reward. And, I'm not going to buy it unless I get it. So that's on hold for now. I heard you made more money, I think, but I don't really care about that as much. It was mostly the change of environment. I've been working this job for 7 months now, which I know to most people doesn't sound like a lot, but I just graduated college. This is the longest time I've ever had a job, which is crazy to think about. People work 10, 20 years at the same place. That seems really demoralizing if they don't love it. But the first 4 or 5 months were awesome. It was an awesome company. It still is. And I had a chance to help real people solve their real problems. It was awesome. But as time has gone on, I've been itching to move to something bigger. I came from 6 years of business school, and I really want to use some of that knowledge. Uh, I've got a graphic design background, and with my current job, I haven't fired up Photoshop since I started. And it also doesn't help getting yelled at for 8 hours a day. Um, the job that I applied for was remote, meaning I work entirely from home or wherever I happen to be. Which is cool. There are definitely benefits to that, and as the snow starts falling, I'm sure I'm going to appreciate that a lot more. But it's hard working a job when your only coworkers are 3 computer monitors. This job, ideally, I would have been able to go to Toronto a lot more at their office, which is amazing, and most importantly, I think I would have met more people. That's just something I've been thinking about. In terms of going forward, I mean, life goes on, you know? There are far worse things that have happened to people than not getting a job. I've already got a mini promotion, and it's been 6, 7 months since I've been here, so I like to think I'm on the right track, but I'm 23, and I had a lot of goals from when I was at 23, and I don't think I'm there yet. And that's kind of the point of this video. I think that even though I can't control how work is at the moment, I can keep checking the job boards every day, I can keep being as efficient as possible to hopefully, secure promotions and things like that down the line. I can't really control what happens. What I can control are things I do outside of work. And, I work 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. from home. There's no commute. So from 3 p.m. to 7 a.m., I can do whatever I want. I was thinking about getting a second job just to have the ability to talk to more people. It wasn't even about the money. But maybe I'll put that on hold for a little bit. Maybe I'll take that free time and start reinvesting it into myself or my business. It's funny, when I was in college, I promised myself and a friend that I would never work for anyone else ever. Because I thought people get complacent and they just sit at the same job and then they'll blink and then they're 30. And I get that. Like, I really get that, because it's easy to fall into a pattern. And when it's comfortable, people don't want to change. I get that. So maybe in this case, it might not be a bad idea to just focus on the things I can control, maybe start that business back up again. I think it had potential. Back in college, it paid for, all my textbooks. I didn't have to work a normal job. And I've just been kind of letting it slowly die over the past however long I've been working for this company. I can put more time into videos, stuff that is pretty much the opposite of me sitting alone in a car talking to you. There are options, and I think I just need to remind myself of that, because it's super easy to get caught up in one topic, a certain person, a certain job, a certain event in your life, when there's so much more that's going on that I think people should focus on, because they control that. As soon as 3 p.m. hits, I shut my laptop. I can do whatever I want, and I can choose to either kind of mope around a bit or do something with my time. I haven't told many people about this. I've told 2 friends. I haven't told my parents. This video is probably how they'll find out. Sorry. I don't really like telling people stuff like that. It's my problem. They shouldn't have to hear it or deal with it, whatever. But I don't know. I think it's a stepping stone. They told me why I didn't get in, which I totally understand. They were super supportive about it. And I think going forward, if there is an opening, because they're always hiring there, maybe I got a shot. But for the time being, I think I'm just going to focus on my videos, focus on the stuff I do outside of work, and maybe I can leverage that enough to do something that overshines work. I don't know. It's going to be interesting the next few months. To be quite honest with you, I don't know how long I can last at this job. I think I do a good job at it, but nobody wants to get yelled at for 8 hours a day at home alone. I think that's all I have for you. It's been 9 minutes. I think I just need to get something like this out. Hopefully tomorrow I'll have a normal video for you that isn't this. But at the end of the day, one of the main reasons I'm making these videos, and it's not because I love vlogging, surprisingly, is I want to look back. And a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, I want to be able to watch this video and see where I was at. I'm not in a great place right now, but hopefully when I watch it in the future, things will be different. And I guess only time will tell.